Close your eyes for a moment and picture this: the national flag of a nation flying high today. But by the year 2100, there isn't even a country on the global map. Not due to invasion, but because the land itself has disappeared. Whole countries lost to the sea or wiped out by natural disasters. Sounds like a movie, doesn't it? But scientists warn it's a reality we could see in our lifetime. In this video, we're diving deep into the countries that could disappear by 2100, uncovering the reasons behind their fragile future and the heartbreaking truth of what happens when a homeland is lost forever. Section 1. Maldives, Paradise at Risk. When we consider the Maldives, we see luxury hotels, clean waters, and honeymoon spots. But that beauty hides a dire reality. Almost 80% of the Maldives is only 1 meter above sea level. Rising sea levels pose to inundate this heaven. Scientists forecast that this time next century, much of the Maldives may be lost. Picture children growing up and realizing the beaches they played upon may be underwater before they are old. The Maldives is not only struggling for survival, it's racing against time. Section 2. Kiribati, the country planning its exit. Far in the Pacific is Kiribati, a tiny island nation where climate change isn't a prophecy, it's already a reality. Villages are already consumed by saltwater. Families leave their ancestral lands. This is the jarring part. Kiribati already bought land in Fiji to resettle its entire population in case things worsen. A whole country preparing for exile. Think about that. Where do you call home when your country disappears? Section 3. Tuvalu, the sinking voice of the Pacific.
Tuvalu, we are living reality of climate change and sea level rise. As we stand watching people today at COP26, we cannot wait for speeches when the sea is rising in hundreds over time. Climate mobility must come to the forefront. We must take bold and alternative action today to secure tomorrow.
Tuvalu is one of the world's smallest nations, but its scale is colossal. At climate summits, Tuvalu leaders pipe up, "We are drowning," and they are not exaggerating. While sea levels rise, Tuvalu decreases in size. Freshwater is being fouled by salt. If things don't change, Tuvalu might be the first nation to disappear altogether. Its citizens pushed to disperse across the earth. Climate refugees. Section 4. Bangladesh. Millions at risk, yet not islands. Let's consider Bangladesh, which has over 160 million inhabitants. One of the most populous nations in the world.
Cyclones exist without panic, but they get worse with panic.
And when the disaster comes here, it impacts a lot of life.
The 1998-2008 huge cyclones. People affected by those cyclones are still either staying on the camps, they are still not in a position to get their drinking water.
The threat here is apocalyptic. A combination of rising seas and ferocious cyclones might inundate great tracts of the south. This would mean not thousands, but millions of individuals losing their houses. Just think of the biggest migration crisis ever. Whole cities displaced to the interior. It would not be a catastrophe only for Bangladesh. It would destabilize the whole region. Section 5. The Netherlands, a European giant under threat. You may be surprised to learn this. Even the Netherlands, a prosperous European country, is in peril. Most of its land is below sea level. Nowadays, it exists only because of sophisticated engineering, massive dams, and seawalls. But here's the concern. What if climate change gets ahead of human engineering? The experts worry that by 2100, even a nation as technologically sophisticated as the Netherlands might be engulfed in catastrophic flooding, putting millions of lives and one of the world's most advanced economies at risk.
You're going to induce what I call global warming or climate refugees, a new term. Climate refugees is a new term in our human culture. Climate refugees. People will have to leave this land if we don't protect it.
A Section 6. Other nations in the crossfire. The Marshall Islands in the Pacific, Seychelles in the Indian Ocean, and even parts of Egypt's Nile Delta are also at serious risk. In some places, it's the sea that threatens them. In others, it's drought, desertification, or political instability. The danger isn't limited to one region, it's global. Section 7. Why this matters for all of us.
Can sustain more water vapor into the gas, into the atmosphere. You may have remembered from chemistry. The warmer a solution is, the more you can dissolve into it, the more it can hold. And we ask, what are the consequences of that? And everyone is saying, I don't see any change. What's a couple of degrees warmer? There's a lot of that talk. That's not the issue. I'm not here to debate with anybody whether the models that predicted a temperature rise were bang on, low, or high. That's not my point. My point is, when
Here's the ultimate question. Why would we mind if a tiny island thousands of kilometers off jumps off the map? The reply is easy. Because when nations disappear, people don't disappear along with them. Where will they end up? Who will provide them with homes? What becomes of their culture, language, history? Envision whole traditions, centuries of identity erased. And let's be real, it's not just their issue. Global migration, economic strain, and even resource wars could happen to any of us. So, will the world's most vulnerable countries really vanish in 2100? No one knows for certain. But the signs are ominous, and time is running out. Some countries are resistant with seawalls, climate action, and global appeals. But the question persists, will it be enough? What do ye think? Will humankind meet the challenge? Or will generations to come grow up in a world where maps are redrawn and nations just disappear? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this wake-up call, give it a like, subscribe, and join me as we continue to uncover the untold stories of our world. Because the future of these nations isn't theirs alone, it's ours as well.